Basically, they've caused my yellow beanie to be so dirty that it doesn't make sense to wear it anymore. They made it so that my yellow sweater falls down. I detest the followers of Yah as a result. I detest every other religion and cult and culture because they're trying to make me seem less than I am, right? And I go over the scripture all the time where Matthew 5:15, neither do people light a lamp and put it under a bowl. Instead, they put it on a stand and it gives light to everyone in the house. And I found multiple sources about Egypt talking about the Pharaoh is the avatar, right? The martial art form, right? He becomes the hawk, the falcon, right? Has a certain kind of, this resembles the falcon's talons, right? This big African hand. You don't see other races they simply don't have it. This is an African patriarchal line. Okay, I've done you can see with the eyes how they resemble the falcon. And I've shown other evidence as well. And also part of it is the ranged attack going down. Okay, it's like a falcon line of striking going down. A range, martial order to arrange, A range, alpha range. Okay, alpha also means the first in a series of numbers, the first. Okay, so where did people come from first? Africa. Okay, not with armor, not with technology. They call the black people the N-word, right? No gear. It's a play on words for no gear, meaning ignorant. So even if you don't accept the word play, ignorant is related to sophisticated, which is profane with technology and so on and so forth. So, they've gone to great lengths to kind of take away from our argument. And, there's a lot of stuff that suggests that I'm right, and there's stuff that proves definitively that I'm right. And obviously, humanity's lost the logical argument that they're right. It's kind of bottom line argument. One of my core arguments is if you can't logically justify your lifestyle and your existence as moving toward the core of righteousness, it's evil. If you can't even justify it as right, and it goes back to the descendants of people who screened out people. Okay, if they can't redeem themselves to those to somebody who it makes sense to, then they're unredeemable. What you see here is just like in Air War. There's different kings across the planet. Okay, there's one top martial arts alpha king. Humankind is one race. There's one planet. There's one sun. The message is constantly in nature: one earth, one sun, one moon, one God. We keep coming back to the word, to one. Okay, and also it's a play on words for one. Who won? And who won doing what? The transcendent hero life. Transcend, overcome, superior, surpass, crime across. Okay, hero as a synonym for champion. Okay, and you have the idea of world champion versus a transcendent champion. Hold on a second. It's stupid as hell. Yeah.
Your dad told me he's talking about taking you guys up.
All right. No matter what time of day it is, they always manage to interrupt me during the video. Earlier was the music. Now it's right. And we live in a culture where women are so petty, so materialistic, so shallow, so greedy, so selfish, that they don't care that I'm the most righteous man on the planet. They don't care that my family got ripped off. I'm the son of 2 doctors. My family's utterly ripped off. I'm ripped off. Their argument is lower your standard because the networks that they're a part of ripped me and my family off and prevented me from my rightful place. Females like that are not worthy mates, and men that don't try to come together and restore the divine order aren't worthy mates either. It's that simple. It goes back to these are logical arguments. They're not based in religion or in fantasy. This is logic. What is morality? Boom, 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 boom. Only from there, and that's how I do things, only from more reality, do I then look at the Bible and say, hey, this scripture makes my point. But when I look at the overall message and the effect it has, it's Bible. Any masterful martial artist isn't going to produce a book that's going to leave people with the impression that they should ignore the martial art order, that they should ignore the core of righteousness, that they should be shallow, they should be pragmatic, functionalist, realist, rationalist, and these kind of philosophies that are basically Western brute philosophies. Colonialists come in and say the evil guys are in charge, and if you want to live, you have to be a survivalist. You have to be some kind of functionalist based on how the game functions and plays the game. Okay? No righteous man of God is going to allow for that, even for a moment. That's why when I made my book, I started off with no truth exists outside of the martial art order. Again, I tell you, okay, no truth exists outside of the martial art order. Something to that effect. I said, if you're going to ignore this, discard everything. Okay? That's how it starts. Right there at the start. Boom. There's no way around it. And then I go on to define the martial art order, so there's no way that white guys, Jews, or any other race can kind of cheat this specific group of Africans out of their rightful place. And then at some point, I make it clear that it ends with me. There's no room for discrepancy. You know, somebody can immediately say, this is the key part of this thing. This guy believes you obey the martial art order, the true martial art order. There's no room for doing the wrong thing and saying you're doing the right thing. There's no fucking being a light worker and be like, I am channeling Chukuharu and with a thong on in the woods with a corporate sponsorship. Okay, there's no room for that. It's just like we see boxing matches and race car, NASCAR. People are corporate sponsored with their movements. Move and ment, meaning mind, like mental and mentality. Okay, it's very straightforward. It's very clear. Okay, no truth exists outside of the martial art order that ends with me. If you're going to discard this, you may as well not listen to anything I say, because what's the point? Either you're going up by serving God the best way you can with all your heart, all your mind, body, soul, and spirit. Okay, and your spirit obviously becomes His, and when you submit to Him, okay, or or His becomes yours rather, or you are serving yourself in the world. Again, I'll tell you this example. It is like saying, that you're shooting a squirt gun at the enemy while people are firing at each other, and they say, hey, well, why don't you follow orders and use this gun you're supposed to use and obey the chain of command? You say, because I don't want to make the guy who's obviously deserves to be the commanding general look good. It's a stupid argument.